Okay, sorry about that. I'm having some technical difficulties with my tablet, so I'm hoping it doesn't cut off again, but it very well might. But on the bright side, it should make it easier to upload multiple smaller files than one large one. So fingers crossed it works. And I'll try to talk quickly to get through this. So as I was saying, I had not planned on putting something out there like this, but I felt compelled last night when the message came through. So as many people who are twin flames know, there is telepathic communication, and it is typically between one twin or both twins, and either them directly or with their higher self. In my case, I believe it is with my twin's higher self because he is not awakened, or at least as of the last time we were in communication, he was not awakened. But in case anybody is wondering, yes, he does know who he is, and I filled him in on everything back in September, and I felt very warm, safe, and accepted in doing that. And he assured me that he doesn't think I'm a lunatic. So we'll see after this video comes out if he sees it. But he does know, and he was not awakened at the time, which is, obviously complicating the process. But based on what came through last night, things may be shifting. If not in my dynamic, this message I think is supposed to come through for the collective, which is why I wanted to share it. So one of the many ways that I get telepathic messages from him is just a knowing. I'll hear either his voice in my head, or I just get a number in my head. And so what I purchased last year that I saw on a reader's channel is this, the Divine Love Letters by Bella Tinks, and I found these on Amazon. And there's over 200 messages in here that she channeled from twin soul beloved counterparts, and they're just so beautiful. And honestly, the times that I would get these numbers and these messages, I had either maybe said something to him in the 3D where he didn't quite reciprocate or say it back, or acknowledge things verbally, and then I would get a message the next day, read this number, and it would say exactly what I'd said back. And it was very specific things, like if I'd said, I'm an open book for you, if you want to know what's going on, and we can talk about it. And then he would say back in the message, I want to be an open book with you. So crazy stuff like that is what's been happening. So it's been getting stronger lately, where I'll get a number, and then I'll get this feeling, well, no, I want you to pull from a certain tarot deck first. I want you to see a card, see the card, look at it, and then read the message. And then every single time this happens, of course, the message is very specific and detailed to what is in the card. So, for example, one that I got recently was number 27 in the book, and then I pulled the Four of Swords, which, as you can see, is rest and relaxation. There's a divine masculine who looks like he's hibernating with bears, and that's what this card symbolizes, is rest and relaxation. And of course, the message number 27 talked about being in a slumber, being in a coma, and that you're starting to unthaw me, and I'm starting to awaken from my coma and my slumber, and all of that type of thing. So this is when I talk on my page about you can't make this shit up. This is the kind of stuff that happens. So last night, I got the same type of thing that happened. He gave me number, I think it was 32. Yes, 32. And I pulled 3 cards first from the deck, and I got Third Eye Chakra, Spread Your Wings, and Choose Your Battles. These are both Wands cards. So right away, I noticed Third Eye Chakra that's usually a sign that somebody's awakening. And Spread Your Wings, you can see this beautiful light shining down from the heavens, and this person is looking up to the light and surrendering to that. So the message that came with this card, or with these cards, again, the Pillar of Light should probably be the focus, and then you can see on this Seven of Wands, this masculine is facing his self, like he's looking around at all his aspects within himself. So it says, you are my pillar of light. Your beauty radiates iridescent rainbow light that touches my heart and soul like no other. I knew it was you. I knew you were it. I knew you were going to be the one to make me whole. But I also knew that it was going to be a journey that I would have to take alone. I had to work out my part in all of this. I had to be able to find my own special. What makes me so special to think I deserved you? But I understand now that is exactly the journey. I didn't need to find anything outside of me, any external validation, because what you showed me was the inner me. You showed me love. You showed me to love me so that I can love you. And then even further along here is the fact that when it talks about to find my own special, what makes me so special is that he actually told me the night I confessed everything to him, I'm really not that special. Are you sure it was me? So obviously I was very emotional when I saw that. So then I was compelled, though, to something just started coming over me and said, you know, don't shuffle, just pull the next card on the deck. So I started going through this again, okay, and I started channeling, and it was the Divine Masculine. Okay, so I realized as well, I've not shuffled these cards. You're relying on my word that this really happened. My vow is to shuffle cards on screen so that you can see that I actually am pulling things and I'm not just making this up to try to seem like, you know, amazing things are happening. Obviously, I can't shuffle and recreate this, and I'm not going to pretend that I am. But this happened, and those of you who know me know I wouldn't lie about something like this. Those of you who don't, I assure you I will prove myself in due time if you give me a chance and you stick around. So here we go. I'm going to just come out, and obviously it won't be the same words that came out last night, but the same concept, and channel and show you what message the Divine Masculine has for the Divine Feminine right now. If you, this is assuming you're in the same wave as me. I'm awakening. I'm starting to awaken. I'm starting to understand this connection. I'm facing myself, my shadows. And this is the Seven of Wands. So I'm starting to want to put down my wands and maybe not be so much, you know, battling things and fighting this anymore. I'm spreading my wings. I'm opening myself up to divine connection, divine source, because I see the light in you. I see the light in you, and you're guiding me towards this. You're guiding me home. I'm now starting to see the signs and synchronicities and understand the depth of our connection. And I'm healing. I'm healing myself. I'm breaking free. I'm breaking free from this energy of defensiveness, this energy of being stuck, because it's destined. This is the star in traditional tarot. And look what it came after. It came after the 7. So for any of you that know twin flame numerology, 717 is the twin flame sexual union card. It's a very spiritual synchronistic number that many of us are seeing all the time right now. I know you feel like I've got my back turned to you. My back is turned. And I'm ignoring you, and I'm ignoring our connection. I'm not remembering you feel I'm not remembering the pact we made. There's the infinity symbol here, which may not show up. Pact we made before we came to Earth to awaken and to reunite. You feel like I've turned my back on you, and I'm ignoring it. But I assure you, my back isn't turned away from you. I've turned to go within myself to heal and to embrace God. I have to do this alone, as that message said that I just read in the book. This is obviously, I'm going in and out of channeling. As I read to you all in the book, and as I received, the message talked about doing this on our own. So again, you feel like I've turned my back on you, but you have to trust in this. You have to trust. You have to surrender. You have to let go. And I know you feel like you've done this, that you feel like you're at that 0 point. You feel like you've done it, but you're not quite there. You're almost there. You're so close. You're so close. This full moon has brought up so much intense energy for the divine feminines. But you've just got to take that leap of faith and know and trust the new beginning is coming. At times lately, I know you felt like moving on. You felt like giving up on me. Divine feminine, you felt like giving up on me. But you need to see that I'm in the 8 of Cups, moving towards the 10. I'm not moving away from you. I'm moving away from karmic patterns, from the past, from my demons, and breaking free from all of that to move back towards you. And you have to believe it. That's the problem. You have to believe 6 of Wands, victory and success is going to happen. It's coming. See that pillar of light again? The merging of our energy, the masculine and feminine. It's coming. It's coming. The problem is divine feminine. You're stuck in your head, and this full moon has brought up your darkest fears, 9 of Swords. All the stuff that you thought you had purged is coming back out, and it's for your own good. You've got to face it, and trust me, I'm facing it too. I'm facing it too because we're mirrors. I'm facing my fears. You have to let go of these fears, free yourself from these fears, and trust and believe in the new beginning that it's coming. Why? Because you're my Empress. You're my Empress. You are a goddess. You are an enigma. You are beautiful and powerful. And I didn't ever believe a woman like you could exist. And if she did, she sure as hell wouldn't be interested in me. She wouldn't give me a second glance. So that's why I've struggled. And those are the fears I've had, is the fear that why would anybody feel that I'm worthy of this? When my whole life, I've been in chains. I've been shackled by my fears, by my wounds. And here's this Empress. And her light is so bright. Her light is so bright, shining down on me and beckoning me. And every time I keep getting close to it, I keep getting close. And I get burned. And it scares me. And it's intense. But this is a 3. And you are my Empress. And I want this. And you have to trust that when I'm ready in divine timing, when I'm ready, I'm going to reach out. But I don't want to do it until I have a solid foundation, something solid to offer you, to lift you up, to build you up to the queen and the Empress that you are. And I'm just not there yet. But I'm working on it. I'm working on healing myself. And look what we have here, 3-3, back to back. It's just not time. It's just not time because we haven't found balance within. 2 of Pentacles. And that last card was a 3 of Pentacles. We haven't found balance within. We both still have, as mirror souls, we both still have work to do. And just trust. Actually, this was the divine timing. I was pointing to the hourglass on this card, not the 3 of Pentacles. All these things are going to come together when we find balance. It's just not quite time. Not quite time yet. And that therefore we have to go in as a 9 within ourselves, the Hermit, focus on ourselves some more, heal, clear out karma, clear out clutter, clear out toxic people and patterns. We have to clear those things out. We just have a little bit more work to do. And the energy's shifting, and I know we can both feel it. And guess what's going to happen? Once we do this, for this last bit of work, if we keep at it, these cards that were in the reverse, they're in the reverse right now because they're not ready yet. The Emperor is going to come forward to be with his Empress so that they can unite in union and shine the sun. They can come together as they were meant to and shine. And I don't know if any of you know this, but the sun is the happiest card in the deck. So you can see why I was blown away by that. That was just utterly amazing when that came out to me. It read like a story, and I just knew I would just keep pulling each card after one after another until the story ended. And I mean, they'd say it ended there. So one thing I don't think I said earlier in the video was that twin flames, I believe, have free will. So they have the choice to manifest this connection or not, and I think they both know when it's time. But I, would fully understand if my twin decides this is just too painful, and he would rather stay in the normal 3D patterns, relationship patterns that feel safer. If he just doesn't want this or feel the same about the mission, because it is a mission, then I have already opened myself up to God sending me, a soul connection to step into mission, and I have detached from a specific outcome that it has to be with my twin. So I'm just thankful at this point for everything that's happened in my life as a result of him. And if, like I said, it's not meant to happen, then that's okay. I'm starting to go out and join different groups and meet people and just see what's out there. And I think that's all you can do, especially divine feminines. You can't sit at home and wait. Number one, if you're in that mindset that you're waiting on him, you've got to understand you still have work to do yourself. If he's not ready, it's because you're not ready. Nobody's perfect, but there are still ways that you can work and heal on yourself. Work and heal yourself. So number one, it's not all him, and it's not, you should not be blaming him. But don't sit at home and just exclusively work on yourself. You should go out, you should have fun, you should live your life, and definitely step into your mission with or without your divine masculine. You should definitely follow your intuition, follow your soul's guidance, and you will know what to do. So thank you so much for listening. I hope this was beneficial for everybody. And if it was helpful, then I will consider doing more twin flame updates in the future. And I will also post information on readings down in the comments below. And I'm always open to feedback. Like I said, I will put my email address there if anybody would like to reach out with questions or suggestions for future readings. Thank you, everybody.